delicious Singapore hawker food at East Coast Road. Welcome to another food adventure with Getting Lost. Today we are along East Coast Road to try some of the foods along the road, like this laksa dishes and chicken rice and this Hokkien Mee. So join me at East Coast Road, where I will show you where the infamous Katong Laksa wars happen and what happened. So join me. We'll be eating lots of good food. How to get there? First of all, you are at the Kota MRT station, which is on the Circle Line, and you're looking for exit A. So once you get out of the gantry, you turn left and head down the corridor. This is the corridor itself, and walk all the way to the end of the corridor. So once you walk towards the end of the corridor, you'll notice there's actually an escalator going up. Yep, take that escalator up. And once you reach the top of the escalator, you turn right. Okay, when you turn right, the main road in front of you now is actually Old Airport Road. So go down the stairs, turn right again, walk against traffic. Okay, keep walking straight until you reach the traffic light. Then cross the road here. Okay. Once you cross the road, directly in front of you, in the distance, you can actually see a bus stop. That's the bus stop you're heading to. So from this bus stop, you need to take the bus number 10. This is the bus stop you're supposed to take from, which this view is taken off from the other side of the street. But that's the bus stop you're supposed to take the bus from. And the bus number is bus number 10. You can actually alight at the 6th bus stop. So this is the 6th bus stop from the bus stop outside the Kota MRT station, and this is the opposite Roxy Square bus stop. You take number 10. This is the 6th bus stop from the previous bus stop, and this bus stop itself is right in front of a bakery. We actually was coming from that direction. And this road itself you see right in front of you now is actually East Coast Road. And what we're going to do next is we're going to head further down, straight down the road until before the overhead bridge. Okay, here we are now. We actually walk down the distance. We are actually quite near to the overhead bridge. And right in front of this store here, this is the corner of East Coast Road and Ceylon Road. And in front of us is actually two shops. One here is 328 Laksa, and opposite is another used to be a coffee shop, but now it's a cafe. And this location here is the location of the infamous Katong Laksa war. During the height of the Katong Laksa war, I think that was in the year 2000. There were almost 4 to 5 shops at these two locations selling Katong Laksa. And when you walk past, the employees of the shop will be busy calling you, asking you to come and eat, telling you that they are the only one that make the original Katong Laksa. But that was quite a long time ago, and now there's only 2 remaining stores left. The first store is this store here, which is 328 Katong Laksa. And here is the laksa itself. This one is the small portion, which cost me $5.50. Okay, I ordered it with cockles. And you also have a little packet of sambal. This sambal itself is super spicy. So the laksa itself doesn't need the sambal. Unless you want it to be more spicy, then you add it in. If not, doesn't really need it. The good thing, the delicious thing, the special thing about this laksa is the broth. The laksa broth here is really superior. A perfect balance of the herbs and spices together with coconut milk, making it a very rich, very intense, very flavorful broth that goes very well with the ingredients. Especially if you just take one of the prawns together with some of the broth, it will be a perfect bite. So delicious, so creamy, so yummy that once you eat it, you will never forget the flavorfulness of the broth. The broth here is really good. So that is the 328 Katong Laksa, which is one of the survivors of the Katong Wars. And if you actually look around, turn around, there's actually an escalator that will bring you up to the overhead bridge. And once you cross the bridge, it will bring you to Roxy Square. And at Roxy Square is where the second survivor of the Katong Laksa Wars shop is. It used to be next door, but then they have moved over to this side here. So what you do is you just need to cross over and then come down the escalator, and then right beside the escalator here there's actually a glass door. Go past the glass door and directly in front of you will be the shop itself. At this shop here, they call it the original Katong Laksa shop, and the founder of this shop actually was the original owner that actually created Katong Laksa. So what I did was I went there, I ordered another small portion, which is 450. First thing you notice is that this dish itself doesn't look very polished. It's a bit looks a bit unfinished, and there's like congealed bits of coconut milk on top. I've tried this laksa before previously at another place. It has the same like congealed layer of coconut milk on top of the broth. At that time I didn't understand it, but now I understand why they did it. This layer actually adds in a burst of coconut milk flavor, lemak flavor, when you bite into it into your mouth, and it goes very well with the prawn. Also, the broth here is also really well done, very delicious, and the cockles in here seems to give it an extra minerally and bloody taste dimension to the flavor. I also feel that the noodles here are done slightly better, and the sambal is not overly spicy. So, which one is better? Well, I felt that at 328 Laksa, the broth there is superior. They make a superior broth. The broth here is super delicious, which beats the Yong Huat Laksa or the one at Roxy Square. The broth itself, not as flavorful as that. But I felt that in overall, the Katong Laksa here, Yong Huat Laksa here, even though it's an unpolished dish, even though it looks unfinished, but somehow the flavors goes well together, and it's a much tastier dish than 328 Laksa. Even though the broth there is superior, but as an overall dish, I felt that the one at Roxy Square did a better job. A better job as a complete dish. Next up, we're going to go to the next location, which is after 328. You walk straight ahead, walk past the overhead bridge, and continue walking under all the shop houses, and keep walking straight. Walk and continue walking along, walking straight, right until you reach the junction of East Coast Road and Joo Chiat Road. At this corner here, you'll notice there's this shop. Okay, wait, not here. Yeah, this is Joo Chiat Road, and this is East Coast Road. And then there's this shop at the corner here. There's this place called Ali Baba, the hawker bar. So at this place here, there's a few stalls that sell like burgers, sell Thai food, sell kebabs. But then at one corner, there's this place here called Yong Huat, and they do noodles. They fry noodles with pork lard, and they fry really delicious noodles. And in a bar or a modern cafe kind of setting. So this is the location itself, which looks quite modern, quite new. You know, they sell Thai cuisine, they sell kebabs, they also sell burgers, but then they also have a very nice, posh environment. But they also sell noodles, Chinese noodles, and this is the Hokkien Mee. One thing I must say about Hokkien Mee is he actually separates out the pork lard on top there from the sambal and the noodles itself. So it gives us a very good opportunity to taste each item before you add in the other item. So first of all, I tasted the noodles itself. You know, he has a good flavorful broth, and you can see the broth itself is also very the seafood broth is very soupy. Okay, I added some lime. Okay, but somehow it's not intense enough, not salty enough, not flavorful enough. Okay, so what you do is you add in the pork lard. When you add in the pork lard, you can actually taste the oiliness, the porkiness coming in, the crispiness when you bite into the pork lard that goes very well with the noodles. He also used two types of noodles here, so you have two types of texture of noodles, which is also very interesting. And when you finally add in the sambal add in the saltiness, the spiciness, and it actually elevates up all the flavors. It brings up the seafood flavors into the noodles itself, and overall it's a very delicious, a very good Hokkien Mee. I quite like it. It's also very generous in the portion. This dish itself cost me $6, and the plate itself is full with lots of prawn, and I think it's quite generous with its portion. And the Hokkien Mee itself is also really good with lots of pork lard, part of the reason. But still, he has a good soup stock. The noodles, he does it with two different types of textures, which is very delicious. I quite enjoyed the noodles. Very good. If we are coming from Dakota MRT station, okay, this will be the 7th stop. Or if we came from where the Katong Laksa is one stop from there. So this is the stop opposite the Holy Family Church. This is the church itself. Right next to the bus stop itself is a Bun Tong Ki, which previously we actually covered, where they sell Hainanese chicken rice and also some cooked dishes. So if you walk further down slightly, you'll come to this place here, which is called 5-Star Restaurant or 5-Star Hainanese Chicken Rice, where they sell kampong chicken. Okay, basically, kampong chicken is the local way of saying free-range chicken. Okay. This shop also does sell dishes, cooked dishes, but what they also do well, which Bun Tong Ki I felt they forgot, is the chicken rice. Here is the condiments. You have the chili, then you have the ginger, and then you also have the dark sauce. And this is the menu itself. You can actually have a signature set, which you can have not only the chicken rice, but you also can have it with extra vegetables and an extra main dish. Or what I did was I ordered just one person portion, cost me $5.50. First of all is the chicken rice itself. The rice has a good texture to it. It has a nice fragrance and a very good bite texture. The rice is really well done. Next up is the sauce that comes together with the chicken. As the sauce itself is also really good. It is sweet with soya sauce. I think they also have the chicken oil in it, but I think they also put in a bit of Chinese cooking wine into the sauce itself. Okay, and then the chicken. The chicken itself is slightly more tough than you get normally, but has a good flavor to it. And the color itself is not white color. It's a bit brownish. It's a bit yellowish. This one comes from the kampong chicken. This is the colouring and the toughness of the meat comes from there. And then the chili sauce itself goes very well with the chicken rice. Overall, I find it really, really good. One of the better chicken rice I've eaten. The soup itself also quite okay. It's a good chicken soup, clean tasting, light tasting, but still flavorful. So, those were some of the foods along East Coast Road. I've give you a brief description of the Katong Laksa Wars. If you want to know more, you can write down in the description. I can give you a brief summary about it. I can make a video about it if you want. But anyway, while I was walking around, I found some old shop houses. So I just thought I would just show you some of it. As you can see, some of it are the original, some of it has been renovated, some of it has even been changed. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my food adventure today along East Coast Road, which has lots of more food, which I will cover next week. I hope you enjoyed what you see. I surely did, because I really enjoyed eating it. And as per usual, you know what to do. You'll need to like, share and subscribe. Get your friends and family to do the same thing if you haven't done so. And if you have any suggestions of any places you want me to cover or any recommendations, you can actually leave in the comments below. And the most important thing, don't forget to join me for my next adventure, food adventure or otherwise. Anyway, thank you very much and bye bye.